Right in front of me is a versatile folding electric bike called the Literider from a company called Kingbull. It's super powerful, very quick, it can carry a lot of cargo, it's got suspension, and it folds. Today we'll take a close look at the features, the specs, and take it for a ride and see how it does. It's an exciting time to be in the market for an electric bike, and the folding e-bike market is exploding right now. So many options from a lot of new companies popping up right now, and here's one of them. This is the Kingbull Literider step-through fat tire folding electric bike. It's got a 28 mile/hour top speed, a rear rack. This bike can hold up to 400 pounds, and it folds. They even threw in some mirrors, which is super useful. So, what do you think of the look here? I really dig this green color, but of course it's available in a few other colors. If you add a basket to the front or rear of this bike, it could certainly be a useful tool to cart around groceries or other things. And these 20-inch tires means that this bike has a lower center of gravity than a lot of other commuter style bikes. Now, I primarily focus my attention on cars on this channel, but recently I've become a huge fan of e-bikes because they can be a fun and useful alternative to a car in many situations. And for a folding utilitarian bike like this, it could certainly replace a car in some situations, allowing your bike to be used for transportation and not just recreation. And because it folds, it might be something that you'll throw in the back of your car or take to a campground or a national park. All right, so let's do a quick walk around of this e-bike and check out all of the features and specs. So what we have here is a step-through folding frame, and it makes it very easy to get on and off of the bike. Now, in terms of sizing, I'm 6'3", and I fit on this bike very comfortably. But of course, there's a fair amount of adjustability in the handlebars and the seat. It can fit a wide range of riders. Kingbull says it should fit riders from 5'1" to 6'5". Now, this is a 48-volt bike. Out back, we have a 750-watt hub motor producing 80 Newton meters of torque. Peak power is rated at an impressive 1,300 watts. And we'll put that motor to the test when we ride this bike later in the video. Integrated into the frame is a 15 amp hour battery, which seems like a decent size for this bike, and the battery is secured with a key. Kingbull says that the range of this bike is up to 50 miles, but like most e-bikes, total range can depend on a whole host of factors. If you're doing a lot of pedaling, you might be able to reach that range, but if you're only using the throttle, expect the range to be a lot less. So this bike weighs in at 71 pounds, which is not a lightweight bike, but it's similar to other fat tire folding e-bikes. The payload capacity is an impressive 400 pounds. We've got space for cargo here on the rear rack, but you do need to install a basket for maximum usability. Now, there is a mount for a front basket, and Kingbull sells that basket separately. We've got a 7-speed Shimano gear set here, which is similar to many other bikes that I've found at this price point. There are 5 pedal assist modes, and this bike utilizes a cadence sensor for the pedal assist, so we'll test that out when we ride. There's a twist throttle here on the right side. The brakes are a hydraulic Core Ride brand with 180 millimeter rotors front and rear. We'll test out those brakes when we ride it. We've got suspension up front that is adjustable, but no suspension out back. The handlebars have a very nice straight across design. We've got a nice looking seat with a quick release post, and we'll test out the comfort of that seat when we ride. We've got 20 by 4-inch CST branded fat tires riding on mag wheels. Plastic fenders front and rear. There is a headlight, a tail light, a brake light, but no turn signals. There is no bell or horn, but like a lot of e-bikes, it does have a beeper. And Kingbull did include a few accessories here, most importantly, the set of rear view mirrors. In my opinion, all e-bikes should come with mirrors. And one important feature of this bike is that it folds. First, you fold down the handlebars, then you can fold the bike in half right here, lift up the kickstand, and then it folds in half. So a couple benefits of a folding bike is that you can put it into the back of your car or make the bike a bit more compact if you want to store it by your desk at work or you need a bit more space in your garage. Now, it is a somewhat heavy bike, so it's not exactly going to be something you're going to want to be carting up and down stairs all the time. And depending on how strong you are, you might need some help getting into the back of a car. But it's not the heaviest folding fat tire e-bike I've tested. And then to unfold it, just reverse the process. Latch that back up, put the handlebars back up and latch it. Pretty easy. In terms of assembly, the bike is shipped in a large, somewhat heavy box, but assembly was pretty easy. If you know how to use basic tools, you can get this together in about an hour. And the Kingbull Literider bike comes with a 2-year warranty. Now, if you want to purchase this bike, please use my purchase link in the description below, which will help support the channel and it will save you some money. But don't do that just yet. Let's first take this thing on a ride and see how it does. All right, so here we are on the Kingbull Literider fat tire e-bike. Now there's one thing that I like about fat tire e-bikes is that they're generally pretty comfortable. The fat tires really soak up all the bumps in the road. Obviously we do have suspension up front, but the fat tires do a pretty good job making it a bit more of a comfortable ride. Of course, the downside is that you're gonna have slightly less efficiency versus a lighter weight bike. That's just a trade-off that you'll have to decide when you're shopping for a bike. All right, so let's talk about the drivetrain that we've got here. This is a 48-volt bike. So out back we have that 750-watt hub motor, and it produces a pretty impressive 80 Newton meters of torque and 1,300 watts of peak power. So yeah, this thing is going to be able to get you going up to speed pretty quickly. All right, so there's not a whole lot of flat land around here, so I'm not really going to be able to do a speed test that's completely level, but this is a good opportunity to see how quickly we can accelerate going up a little grade here. So I've got it level 5. We're just gonna do throttle only. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yeah, that's got some pretty good kick right off the line. Yeah, we're already going 15 miles per hour. The hill's getting a little bit more steep, so we're slowing down a little bit, but it's pretty impressive. We're going 18, 19, 20. And then now we got this really big downhill, so maybe this is a good opportunity to get it going about 28 miles per hour, which is the top speed here. Let's test out these brakes. 3, 2, 1, stop. It stops really quickly. You can lock up that rear wheel pretty quickly though, so you have to modulate it a little bit. So yeah, I've never heard of the Core Ride brand that we've got on these brakes here, but it does stop the bike pretty quickly. 180 millimeter rotors front and rear, and it's hydraulic. So yeah, there's a lot of stopping power here. So yes, as I mentioned earlier in the video, this is a class 3 e-bike. You can get it going up to 28 miles per hour using throttle only. So yeah, if you wanted to do a lot of throttle only riding and get places really quickly, I think this bike could be a good option. But let's say you actually want to do some pedaling. Let's bring the pedal assist back down to 1 and let's shift down to first gear with this Shimano gear set. Even with pedal assist 1, it makes it a lot easier to get up this extremely steep hill. But yeah, if you bring it up to level 5, I'm making it up this hill very quickly. So I reviewed quite a few inexpensive e-bikes so far, and most of them have this Shimano 7-speed gear set here. And I never have a problem with this thing. I think it shifts really smoothly. That's probably one of the reasons why so many companies use it. Yeah, it's not the most expensive or high-end gear set, but it works really well. So like a lot of inexpensive bikes, we have a cadence sensor for the pedal assist modes here. And I've mentioned this in many of my videos about these bikes. So the cadence sensor is more like an on and off switch for the motor. It just detects when you're pedaling, not how hard you're pedaling. So it can kind of feel like an on and off switch. More expensive bikes can often come with those torque sensors, which detects how hard you're pedaling, and that can provide a little bit more of a natural pedal feel. So yeah, there is a bit of a delay when you start pedaling for the motor to kick in, but that's pretty common with this type of sensor. Now, when it comes to handling, it's really quite good, and I think a lot of that can be attributed to those fat tires, and a lot of it can be attributed to the fact that we have a lower center of gravity than a lot of those commuter style bikes. These are 20-inch tires, and the fact that the bike is a bit heavier does also help make it feel a little bit more stable. And of course, that weight can affect your efficiency a little bit. This is likely to be slightly less efficient than a lighter weight bike, but still it has a decent sized battery, 15 amp hours here. So if you're pedaling quite a bit, you should be able to go pretty far on this thing. Now, in terms of comfort, the thing that I really like about this style bike, these folding 20-inch wheel bikes, is that you've got a lower center of gravity, you have a very upright seating position, nice straight across handlebar design here, so you don't feel like you're hunched over like you would be on a mountain bike. But it's not so upright like a cruiser where your back's gonna hurt from sitting too straight. But we do have that suspension up front that's soaking up the bumps pretty well. No suspension in the back. And in terms of the seat comfort, it's pretty good. I'm usually quite particular when it comes to bike seats, and this one's definitely one of the better seats that I've experienced. And I'll mention it again, I think having mirrors is a must-have for any e-bike. It's just so useful. Yeah, and just the power of this bike, it's really quite powerful. Yeah, you know, you never know what you're gonna get when you start riding a bike from a brand you've never heard of before. But yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised with this bike. All right, it is very cold here. I'm gonna go back, head home, and we can talk about the price and whether or not this bike is worth it. All right, so how much does all of this cost you? The Kingbull Literider Fat Tire folding electric bike comes in at a very competitive $999. And keep in mind, they do often run promotions, so you may be able to find it a bit cheaper. So during my time with this bike, I've found it to be extremely useful and versatile. Not only is it very quick, it can go 28 miles per hour, but it's also very useful because I've got that rear rack, which means I can put stuff on it. It's very flexible, it's comfortable, and it's pretty inexpensive too. Now, if you want to purchase this bike, please be sure to use my purchase link in the description below. Not only will it help support the channel, but you can save some money too. That's it for today. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon. If you want to help support the channel, please buy a Hello Road t-shirt or hat at helloroad.tv/shop. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're well, and I'll see you soon.